Alright, good day everyone. Well, I have here a seat. This seat is from my 2007 King Quad 700 four-wheeler. I've already taken the old seat off, as you can see from the wear marks here. The seat got a little bit destroyed last year, and the sun did this in just a few months, so we definitely need to recover this seat. I ordered a pre-formed seat for this twice. Both times it was wrong, so I looked at the original seat cover and it appeared to be from basically just a flat piece, and so I think I can stretch just a flat piece of vinyl over this and make it work. So I think I'm going to try that. I have covered one seat before, but it was always the pre-formed seat, so hopefully we'll have good luck with this and can get it taken care of. So just real quick, I want to go over the tools I'm using. This is a pair of canvas stretchers. These are used for actually stretching art canvas, but we're going to try using it for this. I used it last time and it worked pretty good. This, of course, a pair of scissors, a blade, box knife, and then I've got my little Husky cheapo brad nailer / stapler, and I'm using a 1/4 inch by 18 gauge, and these are a 1/2 inch deep 18 inch or 18 gauge staples in this nailer. I'll also get my hand stapler out here, the T50 stapler. So first of all, I just want to make sure that this is tall enough. Looks like it is. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is, again, this could be a tutorial if you want, but again, I'm not an expert at this by any stretch. I'm definitely not an upholsterer. But what I'm going to do is find the widest point on this seat. So I've done that here. I'm going to add about 2 inches on each side. Probably well more than I really need. But, you know, like I said, I don't want to waste material, but I also don't want to scrimp, because then that can bite you in the rear too. So with that in mind, I think that's probably where I need to be right there. So you can see here I've gone all the way around the sides, and then I'm going a little bit extra, so I'm going to mark this right here. This is just a soapstone mark crayon thing that I have for working on steel. So then what I'm going to do is pull this seat out of here, because I do want to make sure I don't cut this wrong. It kind of worked actually. Let's see here. There we go. That'll work a lot better. Okay. And then just to be safe, I'll go ahead and measure the top here. And again, just flip my tape over. Again, if I was trying to get a perfectly straight line, I'd probably use more of a straight edge, but this will work. So with that, I'll take my scissors and just cut here. I'm going to probably leave a little extra. Okay, and I got a little extra here to use for a future project or something. Okay, so with that gotten rid of, I'll flip that over. And there's what we have to work with. So normally what I do with this is it's kind of a work in progress. You know, it's not a real exact science, but I'm just going to do kind of the best job I can. If I do this right, it should last for a long, long time. So since I've got this this latch here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just attach this here as straight as I can, and then I'll attach the top just with a couple of staples here. So first set is these. That is so much easier than running those T50 staples with a hand stapler. So I'm going to run this over here, and I'm just going to tack it kind of in the middle right here, just somewhere up out of the way, because I expect I'm going to have to, oh, and that's one thing I'm going to have to be careful of with this. Let me turn turn my strength down on this, if I can remember how to do it. So if you end up using a pneumatic stapler like this, you want to be really careful that you don't have your pressure up too high, because I think it probably just shoots right through the material. So I'm going to take again the widest point, and I'm going to start from the widest point, and I'll work my way kind of back and forth and see if I can get it there. The big thing with this, I think, is to just, you staple and you check, and you staple and you check. So this is where these pliers come in really handy, because you can take and grab a bunch of material, and you just pull. It just gives you a really solid grip on your material. So with that, I'll take this and staple that. You can try heating this stuff up and see if you can't get it to be a little more pliable, but you know, the goal is to get this stuff stretched over it. And if it's cold, which it's not really warm right now, so I might just go put it in the sun for a couple minutes just so it'll dry, so it'll get warm. And that really loosened this up. So I'm gonna try to work a little bit quick and see if I can pull some of this shape into there. Okay, you can see here where we're at so far. Still got these wrinkles. I've just got a few stretch marks here, so we're just going to go ahead and keep stretching this way. And then I'm not going to get too hung up on getting every single wrinkle out because this will actually form itself over time, but just want to get it as close as I can. So as I've shown here, what I do is bring this cloth up, and this has these steps here. So what you do is you pinch some material and use those steps as a leverage to pull on that material. Then I stick my thumb on the back side to hold it, and then I can stretch just a little bit more, pull that over the top, and then throw in some staples. For those of you that are really observant, you'll notice I've got my hand kind of, so instead of being straight on like this, I've actually got it angled back this way. And that's just to make sure that I've not putting them in too far. Now something you got to be very careful with when doing this type of upholstery is using a pair of pliers like this. You can do it, but you got to be very careful because it's easy to rip the material out. So I'm just grabbing the material underneath, pushing up, and push down with that, hold it there. Okay. And I'm just going to be really careful because you pull too hard and game over. It's that material ripped right out. So. Now I got to make a piece to go here. So, and the way I've done this before that worked is fold this back on itself, and this lays down across here. And then once I'm ready to tack that, I put a bead of silicone on the back of that, and that seemed to hold pretty good, and it was waterproof. So. I'm going to try to get this tacked on the top as well as I possibly can, but I'll leave the bottom kind of loose so I can squeeze some silicone in there. Okay, so tack it most of the way, so I basically tacked it from here to here. And then what I'm going to do is fold this and make sure it's all straight. What I'm going to use here is clear RTV. So you can see that there. Clear RTV silicone. This is the Permatex brand. And this stuff works pretty good, at least at past times I've used it. So with that RTV on there, that should join those together fairly well. I've just got a tiny bit of alcohol in this towel to clean my hands a little bit. You know, the goal there is just to have a little bit of a waterproof seal, just so it doesn't get too sloshy. So on a tight corner like this, I think the best way to go is to pull the center of the corner like that, and so you end up with two little seams, and then you can pull them down as well. So you can see that gives you a nice round edge. Alright, well, it's not as pretty as probably you would see if I would have spent 50 bucks on a cover, but it's certainly a lot better than it was. So, hope that is of advantage to you. I'm ATV Medic, and we'll see you on the trails.